potential drama we have in store. You've seen this script before. Top 10 team goes into a cauldron of emotion on the road and just hopes to be able to get out and tell about it. It's the Miami Hurricanes and the Nebraska Cornhuskers. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. We are keeping an eye on the weather in this when Holly Rowe has the latest.
It is a beautiful day, but I can tell you it is very cold down here on the field. I see a lot of players putting their hands by the heaters. There's a lot of heaters set up here on the sideline. We'll see how that impacts the game. Keep you posted from down here on the field. Guys, back to you.
Okay, Holly, I know you're out in the elements. Keep an eye on that. The Huskers will kick off first, and here we go. And he'll bring it out of the end zone. Nothing wrong with the touchback, and they wish they had one right now, but he stopped at the 9-yard line. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Running inside, it's Compton. Oh, he's got some space. Brought down at the 20. It's a first down as this offense tries to get something going from deep in its own territory. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll give it to him again. Might have a chance. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
And, David, we know when you're playing on the road how important it is to try and steal momentum early and quiet the crowd. You gash the defense with a run like that to pick up a big first down, that'll do it. And that's really a tone setter, I think, for this offense. And you're sending a direct message to the opponent. We are going to be physical, and we're going to try to run this thing down your throat.
Yeah, and they got a chance to respond. And the crowd hopefully can get behind them and get back in it. The defense has got to do a better job. We got to stop the run. They got to tackle, get more hats to the football. This will be a challenge. They're going to run the football. They better be man enough to stop it.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. They give it back to him. They got him at the 42, but he got 5 yards on the play.
And already this guy is leaving his mark on this game. Opening drive, back-to-back runs where he's found a way to get positive yards. He was able to pick up the first on that last carry. They should keep feeding him the football. The more success they have, it's going to open up the play-action game.
The Canes will snap it on 1st and 10. Jaron Kiave Songopolitelli. Got a man, it's Brown.
In college football, you see this a ton now. You use a quick passing game, basically as the running game. Get a few yards, get your offense ahead of the sticks, keeps it on pace for success.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Behind the crease, it's Pringle. They put the brakes on it.
Really nice job by this defense. First down was not successful. They get the 2nd and short. And those are the downs where they can be really aggressive on offense and take advantage. So you kind of don't know how to play it. But they did a good job playing the run, protecting themselves against the pass, and now forcing a 3rd down.
Look out! Avoids the pressure and gets away. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
Well, it's not quite the start this offense wanted to have on 3rd down. It's their first opportunity. That one falls incomplete. They're going to have to be better on those critical downs as this game goes on.
Sends his first one of the day on its way, and that matches the number of appearances he had in that win last week. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. Offense in a bunch formation. Quarterback signaling to his guys. Wants to throw one first. Unloads it left. It's picked off, and that's number 10. He'll go down right there, but what a big play to come up with that turnover.
And that can be frustrating for a defense sometimes, man. You get the stop, you force the punt, and then your offense gives it right back. It's frustrating, but you got to be able to handle those ebbs and flows, the roller coaster ride. When your offense puts you in a bad spot like they did here, you have to be able to answer.
Miami's offense comes out ready to go to work. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
And the QB leaves the pocket, and he scrambles out, and he goes to his right. And I love how he keeps his eyes down the field, trying to make a play, trying to throw the football, but the relentless chase. I love it. Getting to the quarterback. He throws an inaccurate pass because he gets whacked as he throws the football, and he's chopped chasing by the defense.
It's early in the game, and as offenses try to get their rhythm, these easy completions are very important because that's what helps you get your feet underneath you as an offense and as a unit. And hopefully, as this game goes on, they'll be able to rev up and get more aggressive taking shots.
From the gun on third down. And he gets it away.
Great job by the defense there. They weren't surprised by that play call there on third and short. They were expecting pass. They took everything away and forced the incompletion.
The Hurricanes will try to convert on fourth down. Looking for the marker. Breaks into the open. Crosses the 35. Out of bounds there. Nice pickup on the play. Spotted at the 32. They've got it down to the 32. First and 10 coming. Sangapolateli throws for the tight end. Great job to separate the ball from the receiver there.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
Looking for a crease. It's Pringle. There's a crease. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Hurricane.
Well, on that run, he shows you why he's so dynamic. He's got all the tools in the toolbox to hit the home run, David, and they're going to stay patient with him. They know they're not going to score a touchdown every single time they give it to him, but he is that guy that can break the game wide open for this offense. Expect more from him.
Yeah, and then once you start giving it to him, you create that balance on offense. Then you can play action and suck those linebackers up. So it's only going to help this offense make it more two-dimensional as opposed to one. Get the running game going, and then it opens up the pass.
Out of the end zone. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. They'll get this drive going from the 17. The give to the lone running back. They believe in that running game. Got 6 before he stopped at the 23. The Cornhuskers want to move quickly.
And you're seeing the offense now mix up the tempos. After a successful run, they're now going hurry up.
Second down, gonna throw it. Out wide right, it's Nelson. He'll get a fresh set of downs, stopped at the 31-yard line.
Well, this tight end, he's got size and he's got some athleticism, and he's very difficult to cover one-on-one. Defense is going to have their hands full with him today.
Snap on first down, wants to throw. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. And they'll get him down after a solid return.
And that's his second big play for this defense. Man, he does such a great job locking into the quarterback, breaking on the football. 2 interceptions already in the first quarter.
Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to fight another play. They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. JKS. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
And this is great sudden change defense right now. Of course, this drive started with their backs against the wall. They've now forced 2 straight incompletions. If they can make one more big play here and avoid giving up a touchdown, man, that is a win.
From the gun on 3rd down, Songa Bolatelli unleashes one deep. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
And this one is perfect. And now the lead is extended a little further.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Final play of the quarter coming. Single back formation, and they give it to him. And he's brought down after a solid gain, and we are done in the 1st quarter. They largely dominated the 1st quarter and built a nice lead to get started. So 2nd down here as we're back at it after the break. Takes the handoff. It's Ives. Turning it on. He's at the 50. Inside the 30. The 10. And he scored. Touchdown, Cornhuskers.
This is a guy that put a lot of pressure on himself coming in this season. He felt like he was ready to have a breakout year. He knew he had all the tools in the toolbox to be able to get it done, and he's showing it. That's his 10th rushing touchdown on the season.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. What a display of explosive capabilities on that drive. 75 yards, 2 plays, and a touchdown. A rather inauspicious start with the kickoff out of bounds and great field position for this offense. Looking for a crease to the left. It'll be a gain of 6, sets up 2nd and 4.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Six-yard pickup on 1st down. Leaves him with 2nd and 4. Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll bring up 3rd down. And now this offense will try to figure out a way to move the chains after that 2nd down incompletion. Politelli from the gun on third down. That pass not closes. He got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down. And the Canes will call on their punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away.
Man, it looked like that was a house call. He made the first guy miss. It was going to the house. He was going to score a touchdown. And then, man, what a big turn of events. Talk about shifting momentum. He coughs it up, gives it to the other team.
And the Canes will try to put one on the board on first and goal. DB's locked up tight on the receivers. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone.
And I'm good with it. I like what the offense is doing. Be physical. I don't need to get pass happy down here on first and goal. Nice job believing in my running game, and maybe I stick to it for another play or two.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. The run up the middle, trying to find his way to the goal line. He just kept those big, powerful thighs churning, but he'll be knocked down at the 1. They'll run it on third and goal. And he breaks the play. Touchdown, Canes.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They scored fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. That deficit has now grown to double digits, down 17-7 as they start this drive. Timeout called by the Cornhuskers. That's their first. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. On the ground, it's Ives. Hard running there.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. Handoff again. They get him on the ground, but it'll be enough to pick up the first down. Nebraska's had a lot of guys to feed over the years. Mike Rozier, Roger Craig, I am hip. But you don't know who's going to get it with this running attack.
Yeah, but I do know this, Reese. Whoever gets it is going to run the football physical. And Nebraska is going to be very happy. Their fan base will be jacked if they establish the physical ground game, because that's who they are.
They get him out of bounds, couple of yards short of midfield. They'll mark it at the 48, and this offense is rolling.
Nice job there. Good timing between the QB and the wide receiver executing that out route.
And the Huskers have it with a 1st and 10. They'll leave it with the lone back. He'll be brought down quickly after a very short game.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down.
22. Slot. Where did he go?
Kept the last one on the ground. Now they'll throw. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. There he goes.
And that's just excellent coverage. Man, cover one, nowhere to throw the football. Look at everybody playing man across the board, and you still got the safety in the middle of the field. Nobody open, and if I'm the QB, man, I don't need to force it. I don't force it into tight windows if it's not there. He throws it, unfortunately, gets the interception. Bad decision by the QB there.
Moves to his right. Fires to the wideout. Trying to find the end zone. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a 1st and goal. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. And he's in! Touchdown, Miami! They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here in this Week 11 performance. Effective offense, leading the way here and establishing this lead.
And that's how you draw it up, right? You want to come out, be clicking early, get everything going, way to get all the facets rolling. The defense right now on their heels, they have no answers. The offense doing whatever they want.
He'll bring it out. It's Fowler. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Takes the handoff. It's Ives. Some hard running there, but just too many defenders as he stopped for a loss.
And this offense on 1st down, man, they go backwards. And they've built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
2nd down to the air. He'll take the deep shot. Just about had another one picked off. They have been way too reckless with the football, throwing it away 3 times already. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. From the gun, wants to pass. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. The give. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Just feeds the running back. What powerful running, just driving the pile forward for everything he could get. He'll be just a few inches short. So Miami signals for a timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. Fullback's got it. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Hurricanes.
And, man, the defense really needed to stop there. They needed to create some momentum, get the ball back to the offense before the half. But the offense does their job, and they continue to pile on, continue to create momentum. There's going to have to be some questions answered at half with this squad because it's been a struggle in the 1st half.
The kick is up and good, and put 1 more on the lead. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And close the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. He'll bring it out. It's Fowler. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. To the back. Just burrowed right into the middle, and this clock keeps running here late in the second quarter.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case, and there, they try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
They'll ride him again. Steps his way to a little bit of a pickup, not enough for the first down as the clock continues to move here late in the half. From the gun on third down. Looking long. And here's the 5th interception by this quarterback. Got some room to run. And he's dragged down after the interception, and that's how we'll close out the first half. And they head to the locker room. 2 quarters in the books, and time for us now to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football studio with scores from around the country.
Guys, thanks. Welcome into the Week 11 version of the EA Sports College Football Update Show as we inch closer to bowl season. We begin with Texas Tech taking on the number 8 team, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. And it's the Red Raiders with a statement victory here in a surprising result. Going into this game, they did not look like the better team. The result today gets them back to 500. It's something they harped on in practice all week, and they will celebrate this one for at least 24 hours. Here now some other games you may have interest in. Social media certainly does. Inside the Big 12.
The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. They start this third quarter in a big hole, and they have to start climbing out right now.
And they're going to have to be really aggressive. Like this offense, when I'm playing from behind, every possession means so much more. And if you look the other side, the defense, they haven't given much resistance.
Yeah, nothing has gone their way in the first half offensively. And you know now, based on how this defense is playing with their confidence, that you are going to be challenged on every single snap.
He's got it. He's loose. He'll be pulled down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line as they play a little pitch, catch, and run. Keeping it on the ground on first and goal. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4.
First down and goal, I bet you the percentages are really high for run, and this defense was ready for it. They got to match the physicality right here, right now in this situation.
They've pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on second and goal. This time they'll throw it. Oh, looked upfield too soon and dropped the football, and it'll be third down.
This is a top 25 defense, guys. One of the best units in the entire country. They're so good situationally, and they understand the importance of getting leads early, making the offense predictable, having to throw in these types of situations so they can adjust accordingly. And that's what they're doing right now. Their coverage is being dictated by the scoreboard. They're going to make it really, really hard on this quarterback here in the second half to throw any completions.
He'll be stopped right there. They threw it short of the goal line, and now they've got some ground to cover on fourth down.
Ooh, and that's a nice sigh of relief for the defense, too, right? There was a broken tackle. The guy made it look like he was going to pick up the first, but because of great effort defensively, they were able to get the stop, and now they're setting up fourth down.
He's not quite going to get there, and they'll turn it over on downs as the defense stops him a few yards short.
Nice job by the defense on fourth down, bowing up, getting physical, stopping the run, shutting down that fourth down play. Really good job by this defense.
The Canes offense comes onto the field looking to put together a drive. Looking for a gap. It's Pringle. And a good solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
And you know exactly what time it is when you get down here in the red zone. You got to be able to run the football, but when you got a back like this who punches the ball in the end zone consistently almost every single game, you are going to feed that animal the rock.
Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. Keep it on the ground. Pull down there, but they'll move the sticks, and it's a first down. And the Hurricanes in the hurry-up.
Great job by the offense, understanding where the sticks are. And look, they got the first down, and they're like, all right, let's crank this tempo up now. We got first down. Let's go fast.
Yeah, and you just wonder if the defense now is taking out some frustration. Obviously, they've been getting lit up all over the place. And that time, they finally gave it back to the offense there. Really nice, big, clean hit. This defense needs a little bit more of that as the game goes on.
Looking down the middle. Finds a man on the left. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a first down. The Canes have this offense rolling. They go play action with Sangapovatelli. Throws to the wideout. Got his man. They drop him at the 47-yard line, but he'll have plenty to move the sticks.
Man, they've been scoring a lot of points. When you've got the skill and you've got the speed outside at wide receiver, that's why. And here we are in the second half, and nothing's changing. If they can't cover us, we're going to keep taking shots, and that's what you got to do. This quarterback right now, he's
intercepted, and now he's up to 14. Opening snap of this drive comes from the 38-yard line. Snaps it, they'll throw to start the drive. Lets it go. All by himself. There he goes. Almost took it all the way there, but it's a huge gain, and they're set up with a 1st and goal.
And that's exactly what they were looking for on this play. They draw up the wheel route. They get the matchup they want. Watch the running back come right off of it.
And he surges across the line. Touchdown, Nebraska! Why not double the try total and go for 2? They'll try to pass their way in. This time he'll be stopped short of the goal line. So after scoring the touchdown, he tried to tack on the 2-point conversion but was denied. Still down big here in the 3rd quarter, but if you can recover this onside kick, you might get back in the game. And a few anxious moments, but the hands team is able to fall on it. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
Second and long here. Using his legs, it's Pringle.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Third and long, a lot of ground to cover. Throwing, Sangapovatelli. Going to throw it deep. Ball into the end zone, and it's intercepted. Takes it the other way. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
Well, the good news is after that second pick of the third quarter now for this guy, they're still winning the game, but they are living dangerously right now. And they can't expect to hold on to that. If this guy keeps making bad decisions like we've seen here now in the first period of the second half.
It's got to be frustrating because you always talk about taking care of the football, and you've got to lead in the second half. You need your quarterback to play smart.
Gain of 8 yards on the play. He's too short of the first down. The Huskers want to crank the tempo.
The offense has a little bit of success on the ground, and they're up. Look at them. They're ready to go again. Back on the line of scrimmage, ready to run another play.
Back to pass on second down. That's caught. It's Nelson. And they'll move the chains with the first down, but that might be it for the third quarter. This game is all but officially a wrap as we take a look at the top 25. Late in the season, time running short as teams want to make their move in the rankings. One more quarter to go, and it looks as if we are ready to play. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the first down. Fresh setter downs going to the air. Right through his hands, incomplete. I think he knew he had a chance for a big play, but it'll be second down.
Well, the defense really stepped up in this game. They knew they had to slow down this passing attack. They knew they had some matchups they were going to have to win one-on-one. They've been able to do that, and as a result, they haven't allowed 200 passing yards in this game.
Second down, going to throw it. Oh, pressure's coming. Blasted as he lets it go.
And unfortunately, man, another incompletion. This offense is just running out of time. Like, they've just not put it together, trailing. I know they're in passing situations, but this defense, they don't have to be aggressive. They can sit back. Offensively, you got to put the gas to the floor. Got to make something happen fast.
They just keep firing. And he throws yet another interception. Does he know which colored jerseys they're wearing? He was thinking touchdown all the way, but he got it down to the 26-yard line. Miami's offense comes out ready to go to work. And after that interception, things quite comfortable. Big lead, clock winding down. They should be able to take care of business here. Able to make the tackle, but not before he gets 5 yards down to the 21.
This offense is in no hurry, right? Control the clock is priority number one. I'm going to run the football. I got the lead. I already got great field position, but I'm not interested in scoring right away. I got to make sure I watch that play clock tick down. Max.
Caught. Touchdown, Canes. And the route is on. That'll give them a little more breathing room as they try to push this winning streak to 5.
And how about it? Everyone getting involved, getting the big tight end involved. This offense has done an unbelievable job scoring points. This defense has had no answers. Just keep it rolling, offense.
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. They got the ball in great field position, and bam, bam, 2 plays and into the end zone.
Number 8, set to advance on the football.
From deep, it's Fowler. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So the Nebraska offense heads out to start this drive. Last drive ended with an interception, and they can't afford to have that happen again. Using his legs, it's Fowler. He'll be stopped at the 27, but picks up 10 on that one. The Cornhuskers are in the hurry-up.
Defense gives up the pretty big run. They get the first down, and listen, you got to reload quick now because this offense, they got their foot on the accelerator.
You got to love the physicality up front by the defense. They're allowing only a minimal gain. These are big bodies on the D-line. They eat up blocks, allow the linebackers to run free and make stops.
They'll test the right side. Across the 30 out to the 33 and gains 4 on the play.
And those little runs, man, they don't look great in the box score, but I love when an offense stays on schedule, and it makes those third downs more manageable, easier, harder to attack me now from the defensive perspective trying to get to me. So it's an easy, simple play for this offense, but I love it.
Here comes the heat. And he's sacked. Great work there by this defense.
And I tell you what, this defense, they've heard all about how great this quarterback is. They came in today with a mission, with a purpose. They've been flying around, harassing him, and making life so hard on this offense.
And the Huskers will punt it away on 4th down. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Puts a boot to it. Didn't see a lot of him in that loss last week, only called on twice. Not a lot of room to field this one. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Tight end now in motion. Jaron Kiave Songopolitelli trying to get behind the defense. And he went for an all in the first play of the drive and come up empty.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on 1st down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. They'll go to the air. Unloads to the right. Intercepted, and that total goes to 16. Trying to take it back. And he was finding space, and he took it all the way back to the 22.
Never say die attitude, and I love that, especially these young players, because they're out there competing. And I know the scoreboard right now doesn't look pretty. They're not going to come back and win this football game, but I just love kids that are competing until there's zeros on the clock.
Sells to run, looking to pass. Just gets rid of it to avoid the sack.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops, just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
On the move, it's Fowler. Brought down after a pickup of 2 to the 19.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback and this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to.
Now, wait just a second here. I don't see the kicker coming out. I think they're going to go for it here. Quarterback changing the play. Needs it here on 4th down. Unloads to the wideout. He's got it. 1st down and more. Touchdown, Huskers. And they take it in for 6 more points. The offense did exactly what it needed to do, getting the ball in field position like that.
It's that killer mentality. You step on their throat, you keep your foot down. When you get opportunities like that, they are golden chances to put touchdowns on the board. The offense took care of business.
Just got a little casual with it and blew the extra point. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the capper, a 19-yard toss for the touchdown. They're down big, but they'll keep fighting to the bitter end and line up for the onside kick here. That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick.
Well, here in the 4th quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
They're lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they have dialed up for this one. Direct snap. It's Pringle. And he forged ahead just a bit. Not a lot working with the Wildcat there.
These situations are preached so much in college football. Finishing a game strong, understanding circumstances. They are running the football right at you, trying to keep that clock moving, get a few first downs, and get a W.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. Sangapolatelli on the play action. Lets it go for the end zone. Touchdown, Miami! And the pummeling has started. The lead grows, and you can sense they know how important wins are this late here in Week 11.
Yeah, salt into wound, right? Late in the fourth quarter, you can run the football, run this game out. No, sir. I'm going to continue to pad my stats, find my receiver out wide, and give me another touchdown.
And they tacked on the extra point. Fielded in the end zone. It's Ives. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Straight ahead, it's Ives. Hit and dropped, and he got nothing on first down.
And I think this offense is all but surrendered, right? Like they're down so much, they need to be throwing the football if they want to score a bunch of points to get back in this game. But they got to find something moving forward, man. This was a rough day. This was not a great offensive performance. They got to bounce back the next opportunity, the next moment, because today, oof, it was not a good day.
Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. They'll try to get it through the air. Rush right in his face. Intercepted, and that total goes to 16. No room to return, but no problem after making a play like that, and they'll have it at the 25.
Man, this defense did a perfect job understanding the situation. You know you got the lead. You know they're going to be passing, and you come after the quarterback, get the big hit. You get pressure on the quarterback, good things happen, and they make the big INT.
The Canes offense comes onto the field looking to put together a drive. And now one of the most satisfying moments in football, just watching that clock drain away while you have control of the ball, Jesse.
And this is definitely one of the best.
Fires toward the end zone. And give him another 6. Grabs it for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
Well, you can't get momentum in a game any better than they just did. Defensively, you get the turnover. Right away, your offense jogs on the field. You take a shot deep, you hit it for a touchdown. They've got a lot of explosive playmakers on this offense, and you saw it right there.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And they add the extra point to finish the drive. That's exactly what you want to do when you have that type of field position. Strike quickly, and they did. One play, and they put it on the board. Looks like he's going to bring it out. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Gonna run it. It's Ives. Surged ahead for a couple there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
And he got enough for the first down, but somebody put the hit stick upside his head. They'll put it in play from the 27, first down. Going to the ground. Tackled almost immediately. Not a whole lot on that one. This is what an elite team does. They know they're better. They go out. They take the figurative sledgehammer and hit them right between the eyes.
And they just look good in every phase of the game. If I'm on the coaching staff, I don't know what you could ask for your guys to do better. I think the challenge now for this team is going out next week and trying to play with the same type of intensity and the same level of execution.
Well, Jesse, it's easy to look good on the field when you look that good in your uni. Like when you look that good coming off the bus. Those dudes are good. This is a great team, and they proved it. Just domination from start to finish.
That's going to do it for us here. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of